How the heck are you? Man, summer has come in like a beautiful fluffy lion. It's so beautiful today. The sky, there's not a cloud in the sky. I think it's going to be hot though. I think it's going to be hot. How the heck are all you people? I'm working on the name. I don't know if that I don't love my barrel in the picture. Eh, I don't know. I guess I can do it from different angles. Um, what the heck? Wow, that's a funny little horn. Um, I'm working on the name of this place, and I think I've often used the name the Garden of the uh, Unloved and Forgotten. But maybe just the garden. No, no, Kane. Hey, 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 you guys, your dog. Come here, Kane. Come here, honey. Hey, yo, guys. Your dog. Unbelievable. Okay, no sound. What? Still buffering. What? What? Can anybody else hear me? No? All right. You got a new computer. Um, hey, Josh! Josh! Would you excuse me? Refreshed, all better. Hold on, I have to get this dog. Just excuse me. Come here, Kane. Why don't your owners know about leashes? Come here, honey. Oh, I'm back. Okay, there was a dog. All right, so first of all, I've had people say to me, "Oh, Sage, the homeless listen to you." The homeless don't listen to me. I mean, they listen to me when it's convenient to listen to me. So everybody knows no dogs live here. That's the rule. No dogs in the house, no dogs in tents, no dogs. And you know what I have? I have dogs everywhere. I think there's a dog in this tent over here. I think I heard him bark. And the problem is, the reason I say no dogs, and look, I get it. Man's best friend, woman's best friend, actually mostly women's best friend. A lot of times it's women, homeless women that have the dogs. And I've had multiple people say, what did you miss? Well, you missed a wild, vicious dog wandering around. Not vicious at all. Hi, Omi. So, yeah, cats. Now, cats. No, he's not really wild. But he doesn't have a leash. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. There's a dog over at the house. Okay, here. I'm a dog. I have two Chihuahuas and a Lab. Yeah. Okay. So there's a dog over here. Now that dog has legitimately bitten people. I have a. Oh really? Maybe we should try that. Maybe that's what we need. Is like, okay, now you see it's too long for your Chihuahua. Maybe that's what we need. Okay, Omi, if I might take you up on that. Because okay, so here is if you ask me, where things get really interesting. Okay? Because, so this is the deal. Why, oh, it's for medium-sized dog? Well, anything will be better than what I have, which is currently nothing. So, okay. So we know this about homeless people. They have been betrayed by their community. They are basically shunned, and there isn't, and you know it's a shunning when people say, often by their family, very good, Omi, that's right, absolutely. And I would say that the family thing is complicated because I've worked with families where the families are like, I am so sorry, I feel absolutely wrecked, but I don't feel safe with my son living in the house. It's usually in the house, you know. And so there's a lot that goes on here on a Sunday morning. It's not as peaceful as I would think. So, okay, so people have betrayed homeless people. We know that. And they feel betrayed, they feel shunned, they feel isolated, they feel hated, okay? And for the most part, that is accurate. That is pretty accurate, that they yeah, most people judge them. But the thing that does not judge them, they betray each other too. Absolutely they do. We were just talking about that with a group on Facebook this week about how there is nothing wrong with feeling the feelings you have, okay? I'm guilty of it too. Judging the man on the corner asking for change. Yes, that's a good one. You know what I do? I blame homeless people for stealing stuff all the time. And I would say 85% of the time it's just me misplacing something. But I misplace one thing and instantly my thought goes, those no good homeless people just stole my ex. And that's literally in my head. Now I don't always say it, but I think it. And that's a reflex. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's being human. We are erasing. I have a son that I always go to when I can't find. So you judge, yeah, right? You judge people like you're like, did you steal that? I'm like, no, I didn't steal it. So I feel like I'm not into this politically correct world that we live in because I think we're burying honest, legitimate feelings. We are a 250,000 year old species that got this far based on tribalism. We have survived this long. And have you ever seen a baby, a human baby? Biggest retard on earth, a human baby. I mean, literally, I bought a laptop yesterday, and there's a picture of don't put this plastic bag on your baby's head. Our tribes have expanded thanks to the internet. Yes. I sort of feel like now we have to let go of our tribalism, because now it is hurting us. Our tribalism has, I seek like, yeah, now there you go. Don't judge people by the color of their skin or how much money they have or the car they drive, but the content of their character. Yes. So I guess maybe when you make so many great points, Omi, like, I think that the fact is that maybe tribalism still exists, right? Because the fact of the matter is, we don't want to be friends with people that do not adhere to our morals code. Because of that, we only deal with like-minded people, and we've lost. Yes, see, like that tribalism in America now is Democrats versus Republicans, and not healthy, not healthy. We have now, and we still have racism, and yeah, it's scary. I know. We still have racism. We've added classism, and then we have a political polarization. And I think that we would all do better just practicing erasing tribalism for now. I think that tribalism actually still has a place, but we're not capable of adequately doing tribalism right. My son said his friend's dad convinced him to like Trump, and he said reason is because someone has to pay for welfare, and it's people like his friend's dad. Yeah. Hold on. Where did that go? So I explained to him how the Walton family makes billions a year. Yeah. And it's people like his friends and dad and me. Interesting. So now, I love conversations like that because I said, no, people work at Walmart, make money, live in the projects, get subsidized food stamps and insurance. Yeah. So how about that? How about the fact that these companies, and I asked him if he knew who paid for it, and he said, yeah, the workers. Interesting. I mean, I'm not a communist or a socialist. I like a lot of those beliefs, but I believe that either system, capitalism or communism, are both going to get corrupted, and you've seen corruption in it. That I'm paying for those people to be able to have shelter and food while it's so rich. Yeah, the Walton family. I could never work for a company like that. Yeah. So, like, I don't even like shopping there. Yeah. But how about this? You know what? I knew an older guy, like he was retired and he needed a job. And the only people that would hire him was Walmart. And he was thankful for the job. I told him not to attack on the poor as the attack on the government allows. Yeah, right. So I sort of my favorite thing is capitalism with regulations. Aaron, support. Yeah. Just by living in America, we are supporting many terrible things, right? Many terrible things. Because they're going to work and going to, yeah. Right. So, I just feel like wouldn't the world be a different place if people could get a job that paid a living wage? But they don't, right? They don't have to pay a living wage, but then they qualify for food stamps. That's crazy. Hey, Rob's weed whacking. There's no reason for the Waltons to have that much. I know. But the Waltons, in their defense, are just playing the game that we have, right? You can't really blame the Waltons. They are multi-billionaires, and they're not even the most rich. And then they say we're entitled. Yeah, right. So, I don't know that you can blame billionaires. Yeah, true. Yeah, his leg is doing well. Now he's talking about a broken bone in his hand, which actually is good news because I think now that he's kind of gone to the doctor, he's like, well, you know what? The doctor is kind of helping me out, which is really great. I'm hiring him to weed whack right now. he borrowed a weed whacker from the neighbor Stu. I'm gonna go buy a weed whacker. There's just some areas that I can't get with the mower. So I mowed this morning and he's weed whacking, so that's really great. So I don't really blame billionaires. Billionaires are just, they play a game. Billionaires play the billionaire game. And they love it, it's fun, it's what they want to dedicate their life to. There needs to be an income cap. Okay, that's interesting. What do you think it would be? I had an idea. I know, isn't that great? Hi, Christina. Yeah, people are so helpful here. So Andrew mowed a lot. It got really hard. I finished up and now he's weed whacking and I pay him. So, okay, how about this? I've been thinking about that. I know, Christina's here. After 1 million, you don't need more. I think the number should be 100 million. I think that, do you know what a huge difference it is between 100 millionaire and a billionaire? If you draw a graph of it, like go to a spreadsheet and do a bar graph of 100 million versus a billion, so I think you want to be able to play the get rich game. And 100 billion should mean you win. Yeah, it's 900 million different. Yeah, it's 900 more. So I feel like, and then what I think is, you don't even have to put the money in people's hands. Yes, I think this is, okay, what do you think? You make it really easy to hoard $100 million. You get $100 million, you've won. Now, when you go over, you have a choice. I was sad to see his shoes he loved ruined. He had some that fit. Yeah, those were really bad. I don't know if they're ruined. For all I know, he probably washed them out. He's probably wearing them right now. I'll have to ask him what shoes. Thank you all, by the way, for taking care of him. That was such a beautiful thing. That was such a beautiful thing that you guys came around and helped. Aaron came over right during the show. That was beautiful. Just, I think it's so important we remind these people that they're part of the community and we care about them. Having that much money and living in America, yeah, they aren't carrying your load. So I think, okay, you get it really easy to make 100 million. Then you either have to reinvest your money back into your business, you have to give it to charities, or the government's going to take most of it, like 90%. So I don't think necessarily, and a lot of businesses like that, like you can, you were wonderful, Aaron, wonderful. So, and a lot of business, like that's what they call write-offs. Yeah, I mean, as a business owner, if I end up the year with money, I have to pay taxes on it. So I try to never have money at the end of the year. And so I do things like buy computer hardware, or I fix up the building, I do some repairs, and that works out really well, you see. So now I don't understand how these really mega rich people get out of taxes. Like, I don't even really understand, but I know for me, if I have money sitting in my business, I'm getting taxed on it. I don't get it. Anyways, I try never to have money in my business, which is great. I put it back in. I turn it around. Wonderful. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, they hide the money. Yeah, right. They hide money. I don't know. I'm not that guy. But I feel like that's my thing. Because 100 million is a lot. You can buy almost any house. And then if you spend your 100 million, you can go do your 100 million again. Go make another 100 million. I know. Yeah, you can't. I'll tell you what. After 200,000, Omi, it all lumps together, I think. It's just another yacht. It's just another mansion. I don't think it's as wonderful as you. I mean, yeah, 100,000. Now 100,000, the difference between, the difference between 20,000 and 100,000 is an entirely life-changing experience. The difference between 100,000 and 200,000, 200,000 to 500,000. I've never made 500,000, but I can imagine, you're buying stupid crap. I've made 250. That's the highest I've ever made. And I didn't even know I had made it. I didn't even know until my accountant told me. I'm like, oh yeah, that was weird. Didn't seem good. But I didn't know. I didn't feel it. I'm telling you, 70,000. You get to 70,000 in Akron, Ohio, and your life gets really comfortable really fast. I was on my way to being a millionaire. Yeah, it got scammed. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Doing great, Rob.
Hey.
Good job, buddy.
Hey.
What?
Sunday morning with Sage, Rob with the Rage.
Sunday morning with Sage, Rob, Rage. Yeah, 60,000 is wonderful. And 60,000, it becomes doable with like a double income. I mean, you can make 60,000, but 60,000 jobs aren't easy to get, aren't easy to come by. So, it's looking good, Rob. Hey, you missed some big tall weeds over by that tree. All the weeds. And that big tree over there.
Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed.
Okay, fine. Well, keep cutting it down. I want all the weeds. I keep getting this Mustang, obviously scams. Yeah. So that's my belief. 100 million. And then we start clamping down. Because you want $1 million is an amazing amount. I've never had $1 million. But I guess it's always, but 100 million. But then you see, then you know, like, then it's $1 billion. You know, they just want $1 billion. And I'm like, well, yeah, you want it because it's the number, right? But I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get why you want to be a billionaire, because you want that number. But I'm sorry. I think you got to reinvest the money. You can't. The way you get $1 billion is you hoard money. Probably like, yeah. After a while, you need more and more to feel good. Yeah, that's it. Right, Omi. That's it. That's 100% it. So, but at any rate, so I was talking about these dogs, right? So we know that homeless people love dogs because dogs love them. Between my guy and myself, we're about 40 last year and barely made a living. Yeah, 40. You would think 40 would be enough, but it's not anymore. It's not. Yeah, and they really love. They really love. I'm moving. They really love. Oh, really? They really love these pit bulls because I think they feel a kindred spirit to the pit bull. And so oftentimes homeless people, yeah, I know, he's got new pants and new shoes. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, they're cast out, like, right. So I feel like a lot of times homeless people relate to pit bulls, and on top of that, pit bulls are like so sweet. They are so sweet, because I feel like they're just kindred spirits, these pit bulls, right? And so, here, we'll go this way. And then I'll turn my bench. Hold on. And then we'll go up a little bit like this. There we go. There. So we end up with homeless people with pit bulls. Now, interestingly, when I grew up on a little farm, 4-acre farm in Chatham, Ohio. And right before my dad left, he moved us to the city. And the first time in my life, my dog had to be chained up. And he had to live on the porch. Like there was some closed-in little porch. And I was shocked. I'm like, why does my dog need to be on a chain? And they're like, well, we live in the city now, and dogs can't run around the neighborhood. And I'm like, that is so terrible. I was 7 years old, and I didn't understand why he had to live on the porch, and I wanted to live on the porch with him. And so I get it. Because why would a homeless person want to chain a dog? They're living a very free lifestyle. And a chained dog represents a chaining of themselves. And oftentimes I feel like, these are people that have come from jail and prison and hated by their society. I don't chain my lap. Oh yeah, they know their boundaries. My youngest, the puppy, she'll run. Yeah, right? So there's a whole culture of not wanting dogs chained. And in fact, a lot of people do it when we go out to the metro parks. These people let their dogs run without chains, and that would be fine. You don't walk your dog on a leash. Well, here's the thing. My dog will eat your dog. Okay? Now, my dog male dogs. If your dog is male and he comes up to my dog, they're gonna go at it. And so, we have a real problem. My dog is really sweet, but we don't let him around other male dogs. So when we're walking around and a dog comes up to us, it's a very frightening experience because, you see there, that's good. That's really good. It happens to us all the time. In fact, Rocky recently sprayed a dog. She carries mace for a dog because this dog just walked out of his house and just came at us. Like a big dog, I don't know, a Cane Corso or something. And not running, he was just walking towards us and we're like, go away. We were yelling at him and he wouldn't stop. And so I took my dog, we kept walking, and Rocky stood in between us and the Cane Corso and yelled at him and sprayed him. And he didn't even really wince that bad. He just kind of turned around. But that's the problem, is that my dog will fight your dog. And when other dogs aren't on leashes, it makes you think, well, maybe I just can't go out. Maybe I'm not allowed out because everybody else thinks their dog has the right to wander around without a leash. And your dogs, Omi, maybe are under control. But I'm telling you, all these people think their dogs are under control and they're not. They're not. I mean, the ones that I run into, and I run into them all the time. And I think they think the same with this dog. This dog over here that's in the tent. They're like, oh, he listens to us. Well, it turns out there's a dog in the house that eats other dogs and cats. That girl has to be on a leash, she'll stay. Right on. So, and as a person who walks a dog, if I see a dog not on a leash, I'm instantly triggered because I don't know. And I just wish everybody would wear a leash with their dog so that, because, and honestly, my dog is gonna hurt your dog. Probably. He's no joke. Now it depends. I mean, even if it's a German Shepherd or a Cane Corso, I mean, my dog will probably lose, but it's gonna be bloody. And I don't want that. And that's the same thing with these dogs. That's the same thing with these dogs. This dog over here, I came over here, started mowing, and he barked, and I'm like, he's in that tent. And then he comes out and visits me. Yeah, your dog would be a snack. So I'm like, what are you doing here, Kane? And he's so adorable. I'm like, do homeless people have cats? Yeah. Not some people have cats. Nobody here has cats. But for sure, that's looking really great, buddy. Hey, don't forget over. Yeah, you're doing great. Are you still going?
I got put string in it.
Okay, good. He's got to put some string in it. You're doing wonderful. I'm yelling at you because I love you. So we have a known issue at this property. The dog in the house has literally killed a cat, has bitten severely 2 people. This dog bites people too, incidentally. They won't put him on a leash. And I'm like, what is going on? And this is like culture. So on his owner, did he ask him to do it? I offered to pay him $20 to weed whack. And he's like, I want $20. And I'm like, great. Hired him. Yeah, right. Yeah. So I get these texts from this guy who's angry at me on Facebook about sheltering people, and he texts me sometimes, and he texted me yesterday, and he's like, you know, Sage, I saw this guy panhandling with a sign right in front of a business that had a for sale or for help wanted sign. He's like, isn't that the most lazy thing you've ever heard? I'm like, no, man. Yeah. He texts me. I'm a little worried about that guy. I know who he is. And I don't know why he's changed his identity. He has mental health issues, for sure. And he's had serious trauma in his life. Yeah, Booth, that Booth guy, right. And I don't mind him saying the stuff because it's a good talking point. But I do get worried. Sometimes I unfollow people or I block people because I'm like worried about them. Like I'm worried. I know it is sad. But it's a mental health issue, and honestly, and I'm not going to expose his personal story because he's obviously wanting to protect his identity, which is fine. But he's had really bad things happen in his life due to drugs. I don't think he's ever used drugs, but drugs have hurt people in his life. Like his mental health. Yeah. So he's had a lot of trauma, and and you can just see the anger come out in him because of things that have happened to him in his life. Not necessarily that I'm aware of with homeless people, but definitely drugs. Like he really hates drugs. And when you know his story, you can be like, oh, I see. Yeah, I see. But he's one of these guys that I'm like a little concerned about. You know, that's all fine and well, but you should. Yeah, I know, Aaron. I know it's hard. Be surprised to find out how many professional functioning adults do drugs. I know. We're all doing drugs. That's why we're legalizing marijuana, because it was like, if you can't beat them, join them type of thing. And then just think of the alcohol. You know, my Acme now has a full liquor license, and you'll go over there. Yeah, I bet you have. And teachers, sure you have. And more than pot. I believe it. I believe it. And you know what? Fine. Who cares what you do on your own time? But man, I see people. I'll go over to my Acme on Friday, late Friday afternoon, and the booze, the hard booze that's pouring out of that Acme. I started CBD gummies. Ooh, yo, yummy. Do you like those? I just heard that quietly Ohio has loosened the medical marijuana to include things like arthritis now. So I've seen someone coming out of a Circle K with a case. Yeah, of course. And these are people living in houses that are holding down jobs. Now, somebody coming out of a grocery store at 7 a.m., that's just a third shifter, right? Probably. So far, so good. I mean, they worked all night. They're coming home and they're grabbing their beer. Yeah, I'm about to open. There you go. I mean, yeah. Like, so if drugs bring you peace and aren't hurting your life in a way that seems detrimental to you, then you should by all means use them. Enjoy your life. Now for me, when I think about drinking, I instantly go to the hangovers. And I'll see my wife even so much pain. Is that right, Aaron? Does it really help? You know, I have a person in my life. The worst thing that's happened when I get drunk is ordering DoorDash. Ooh, see, there you go. So yeah, now there's an interesting thing. Is that an alcohol problem? DoorDash is expensive. I recently went to my local gas station to get some more Diet Coke, and this is the first time I walked down there to do it, and I instantly was like, man, Sage of 20 years ago would be so pissed because this is the closest I've ever lived to a gas station, and that would be a dream. There's nothing better living within a block of a gas station to get smokes and beer. I threw my back out last Saturday and missed work for 3 days. Wow, said we gave me a gummy on Wednesday. Really? Did you feel high? Because I'm thinking about this guy that I have in my life. Oh, so he won't get the medical. When I travel, I map it out with liquor stops. That's amazing. That's awesome. He has bad back and leg pain, but he won't get the medical marijuana, not high at all. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Can you tell me what these are? What is this, a medical gummy, or what do you get? So, he won't get it because he's a big concealed carry guy, and they said that he won't be able to do concealed carry if he's on the medical marijuana thing, because concealed carry is a federal thing and marijuana is a local thing. But he's experiencing some real pain, and I would love. So he just buys it secondhand. Yeah, but I need to know what to get. I want to buy him some. Right. As long as it's not on paper. Yeah, that's what I think. So I would love to gets the 1-to-1. What's that? I don't know anything about it. I would like to get there's a store on State Road called Your CBD Store. CBD gummies are made with hemp. Oh, really? Oh, you're blowing my mind. Oh. So you're saying just get CBD gummies? Really? And they helped? I can go to any of these CBD stores? I got one right over here. Okay, that's really interesting. You're doing super great, Rob. Not. Shell is the owner, and she sat down with me and explained. Oh, really? No, not. Oh. Okay, I'm so confused. So I can't go. I got to go to a specific place on State Road. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna look into it. So, I'm gonna finish my dog story. So, it's interesting when I start. You can buy CBD gummies and flour. Really, the stuff you get in just any old place aren't science-based. Oh, really? Okay. Well, you know who sells CBD is the mustard seed. I wonder if I could just go to the mustard seed. I don't know. So it's interesting. When I started this story about the dog, I was like, these homeless people and their dogs. You know, I did it. These homeless people and their dogs. It looks so good, Rob. It looks so good.
Thank you.
Mustard seed has good stuff. Okay, good. All right. Well, then maybe I'm gonna go over on my way home and buy him some. Because I don't think he'll buy it. Anyways, tell Rob I love him. Hey, Aaron! Rob! Hey, Rob! I'll tell him later. But, okay, 10 milligrams to start. Okay, good. I'm taking a picture of that. All right, good. All right. So, when he comes over, I'll tell him, Aaron. You're so sweet. But then as we talked, I'm like, no, this isn't a homeless thing. This is a person thing. There are people that are like, I don't chain my dog. It's not homeless. It's a person thing. But then I was like, well, there is kind of a poverty thing, meaning not that low-income people don't chain their dog, because I'm telling you, I go to these wealthy neighborhoods and these people running around with their unleashed dogs are just ridiculous. The poverty thing is they don't have a leash. They don't have one of those chains. I have one. Why don't we just get one and then maybe they'll just use it? Duh. They can't afford it. They don't have a leash because they don't afford one. Now this dog has a collar, which is a miracle. A lot of times I can't even get homeless people to put a collar on their dog. They're like, it's too much. We don't want him to, he doesn't like having a collar. I'm like, whatever. I'm a low-key wealthy and I live in that's nice. Yeah. So at any rate, I'm gonna walk around. I want to show you some stuff before we wrap up. So the garden, as I think maybe I'll call it, is coming along really well. I'm down to 2 tents, which was a big deal. The guy with the dog actually moved right over here, and I asked him to move, and he did, which was really great. A lot of water right here. What's all this water? So, hold on. This looks like a hose that maybe is on. Yeah. Yep. Okay. See, when you don't pay the water bill, who cares, right? Who cares? Yep. See? All right. See? Now I'm just being a grumpy landlord. That's a lot of water, I know. Tell me about it. Okay. Here, I'm just gonna turn it off. All right, so anyways, let's start up here. So this dog, which I can't remember his name, he lives in here, and he lives in that house. There he is. Can you see him? Hello, puppy. Hello. Hi, buddy. And he's sweet. but you know, vicious. But then he lives in this. He gets this cage, which is nice. It's for everybody's protection. Then I still got to get rid of. Those are my tables. I'd like to get. So right over here are some. Right over here are some raised bed gardens, and I want to set them out and get some dirt and garden. So I'm excited about that. So I think like I'm gonna do these. Where do they acquire their dogs? I don't know, honestly. I don't know where they get them. That's a great question. But you can see here we got some laundry, which I think is a nice place for it. It's fine. The commitment I'm making is 2 tents in a tiny house. And because, well, there's a lot of reasons. First of all, one of the things I'm doing is I am publicizing this. And some people have said, Sage, why are you publicizing this? And the reason is because there's a component of this that is, oh, are you, Aaron? Aw, that's. Can you get in trouble for this? Yeah, for sure. So this is I'm occupying my own land, basically. I own all of this. There's one piece in the middle, actually, right where Rob is right now, that I don't own because the guy's been dead for 20 years and I can't acquire it, but I will acquire it. But otherwise, I own all of this. This is all mine. And when I had our 50-person tent village, mostly right here, there was a guy that lived in this house, and he was pissed. But he was pissed because he was like, look, I had my own urban oasis. And he didn't actually have his own urban oasis because he only owned one piece of land. Now, I actually have an urban oasis because I bought the land. There you go, rich people, right? So, and by rich, I mean this cost me $3,000, that cost me $3,000. The house ended up costing me $40,000 because he sued me. I see that guy tagging them. Yeah, I know he does. I knew the guy in that house and his girlfriend too. They were a thorn in my side. Oh, really? They had both been homeless, and I could appreciate the problem of what I was doing for them. But the house was worth $20,000. We settled at $40,000, and they were able to buy another house, which is pretty good. Yeah. So at any rate, now we own all of this. The house now is in a charity called the Houseless Movement, and Rob, you did so good. Erin wants to let you know that she loves you.
Oh, no one loves me. They just put up with me.
No, we love you. We love you. Hey, would you keep an eye on? It looks like this hose has been on for 15 hours.
It probably has.
Yeah.
I think the wishing wells are trying to fill up.
Well, yeah, underneath through the grass.
I think they're going through.
You know, they don't pay the water bill, bro. Anyways, it's easy to like flood your neighborhood when you don't pay the water bill.
Why don't they flood me?
So the first thing about this is.
This is ridiculous.
Well, yeah, this is ridiculous, but that's not what I'm talking about. This right here, maybe they didn't want to live. They never needed to be homeless, so they had tons of family who were willing to take them in. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. I have some family I'd rather sleep on the street. Yeah. So that's the thing. So the first step one there's 4 aspects of this. Okay. So the first is I'm occupying my own land, which I think is kind of funny because most occupations happen on city land, or they'll occupy, like even with homeless, they've occupied hotels and motels illegally. But I own this. So I'm occupying my own land, which cracks me up. So yeah. So there's an occupation going on here. It's kind of a living piece of art, if you ask me. So now, that's the first step. But then you might say, well, why don't you just fill it back up with a bunch of tents? Well, another part of it is that I am actually trying to make it look really attractive. Because one of the things I've learned about...
Hey, you put me in there? I'm attractive.
You are attractive. You got some good tattoos. I am. You drew him? Did you say you drew him? Oh, you threw me off. Oh, I thought you said you drew your tattoos.
No, these are freehand. My tattoos.
Really?
Yeah, dude, that was mine.
Nice. I am trying to make it look really great. But now look, you see now, there's a rule here that everyone knows because I enact it and it pisses them off, that everything outside of your tent, tiny house or house, I have some family, belongs to me. So I was literally here on Friday and now it's Sunday and I come here and here are two stanky looking dirty ass mattresses outside. And then look at all this stuff. See all this? See, I know they're not yours. All this stuff. Now, I'm throwing away those mattresses because nobody should sleep on that kind of gross. I don't even know what that thing is. The dog gets to say because he's adorable. But all this other crap, this is people that are squatting inside Andrew's tent. And I'm going to throw it all the fuck away because that is not cute. That is not cute. And what I've learned about middle-class people is they'll pretty much let you do anything as long as you keep it cute. Okay? This looks homeless. That is houseless. Do you see the difference? Homeless, houseless. Now, Rob's area right now looks good. It's not always great. Not always great. Yeah. But right now it looks really good, Rob. But now I have this to deal with. And I'm going to throw away a lot of it right now because those people are in there, they're asleep, they're fucking up the scene, and it's pissing me off. And so that's what's going to happen after this show. And they're going to yell at me, and they're going to be like, what the fuck? And I'll be like, fuck you, motherfuckers. And then, you know, like that. That's like how we do it. That's how we roll. So anyways, but I like tents because me and the tent scene really get each other. I have a real hard time handling houses. Like, I don't know really how to deal with houses. But anyways, that's what's going to happen after this show. I'd let you see the drama, but chances are they're too fucking fucked up in there anyways. They're going to just sleep through the whole thing and they'll be pissed later on, but I don't even give a fuck because who the fuck brings dirty ass mattresses and props them up on a goddamn tree? Homeless people do that, not houseless people. You got to have some goddamn respect in your life. Yeah, I know. If I'm going to be mayor, I got to stop swearing. So at any rate, but I love it actually. I love doing it. I forgot. There's 4 things. So first is my own occupation. Second is it's a propaganda piece for cuteness of houselessness. See, the second is the 2 main people that live here need some serious love. Rob in that house, Andrew in that house. They need love, and you really need to spend a lot of time with your homeless friends to help them feel loved and to move on to the next. What happened to that job?
We have to order the damn suit.
What? The suit?
Yeah, I had to get tailored. You didn't know.
You.
Oh, yes. Guess what?
What? You're going to be the monkey?
He's a gorilla.
Are you going to be the gorilla?
No, I'm going to be the sleeping sheep.
You're really getting dressed up? You're going to be a guy? You're not hauling mattresses? You're gonna be like
I'm networking his fucking business. In my business.
Wait, you're gonna get dressed up as a sheep?
Yes. I'm the sleep sheep. You know what happened to me?
Well, no, what?
I made a contract with God.
Yeah.
You can ask everyone that was there that
Right.
week.
Right.
Or 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a contract with him. Inflict a pain onto myself.
Yeah.
I would inflict onto the others that did this to us. Meaning they sneaked these, me and Jackie, while we were in a tent. Well, while we went on vacation to the hotel,
Yeah.
He cut me down to bone.
Yep.
They woke up
Yeah,
the
he
next
gets
day
cut
and
a
out of
lot.
his rib. He beat the fuck out of me.
Yep.
And then I had to rhyme. Oh.
Yeah.
He said, have a fun time. I'll let you know when it's time with this rhyme.
Oh, that's a pretty weak rhyme.
Oh, no, you know what's even worse?
Huh.
I had to rhyme for 48 hours fucking straight.
Oh yeah, I remember. You had to rhyme
Hey,
for
I
it.
went
Yeah.
to sleep. Guess what?
Yeah.
I counted sheep.
Yeah.
It rhymed.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why I'm
good.
sleep sheep.
All right. Well, I'd like to see you as a sleep sheep.
Now, do you believe it?
So yeah, I believe you. So at any rate, like my homeless friends need love. Okay.
Break your rolls.
I'm gonna clean it up as soon as I'm done with this. The fucking shit is going in my fucking truck.
$10 unloaded right now.
No, I already owe you 20.
I know.
It looks so good, Rob. I'm so thankful. You, wonderful, Rob. You're a good man.
I used to
I hope I have $20.
Oh
Can I cash app you? I might have it. We'll see.
boy.
Anyways,
What we gonna
okay,
do,
so
Jason?
so number 3 is my homeless friends need a lot of love. And then there's a 4th one that I can't remember. I got to
Don't bring
write
the
that
horse to the
down.
door.
Huh?
Don't bring. Never mind.
There was a 4th part of it. Oh, I know. A concept. Hold on, Rob, I'm almost done. It's a concept for future tiny house villages. So Marketa Bodie from the Continuum of Care was quoted in a recent Beacon Journal article that she is open to considering sanctioned tent villages and tiny house villages.
Really?
This is a blend. This is 2 tents and a tiny house and a house. It has the whole ecosystem. So theoretically, you could go from the tent, which is free, except I'm thinking about charging for electric.
No.
The tiny house is 100, and the house, a room is 300. And so it's a migration.
How much for the whole?
What?
How much for the whole land?
The whole land? $500,000. $500,000.
How much would you?
But I will say this: you can't fit in that doghouse.
Show the toilet paper.
I know. I don't know if I'm supposed to throw that away or if you're using that toilet paper. I don't know. It's been there forever. There's toilet paper in the doghouse. I don't know. Anyways, the idea is it's an ecosystem that you could scale up through. I don't know if that's how it works. I don't know if people are scared, but I will say the tiny house is going to have air conditioning and heat, and that's going to be appealing come wintertime when your tent is not very well insulated. So we'll see. Anyways, so once I get it a little more cute, I don't know, I'm getting close, then I would like to start inviting people over here so they could see it, they could talk to people, and experience it. But we got a lot of the trash out. Now, thanks to Rob, we've got it all, and Andrew and me, we got the whole thing mowed right now. Now we got to keep up on it every week. I'm gonna go get a weed whacker.
I'm official.
Yep.
Facebook Live. I'm official.
Okay, Rob says he's now the official. We'll maybe share it. Both of you can share.
Sharing is not sharing.
Sometimes you disappear,
Can you share your
Rob.
woman?
Sometimes you disappear.
It's called a fill it, not share. You don't share your woman.
No, it's not a woman, it's a job.
Super fat Rob. Super fat Rob.
I love it. Ooh, I like that watch.
Superman inside Batman.
Ooh,
Super
that's
fat Rob.
nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. So at any rate, that's the deal. And it's very intentional, what I'm doing here. This isn't random. None of what we've done is random.
We're throwing on.
We are doing that. We're experimenting with things that are new and different, but we are consciously making choices and decisions
Yeah, the LSD was
about. We're not doing LSD here. Not part of the program, anyways. But that's the deal. That's where we are, and I am going to wrap up. All right, everybody. I love you. It was great to see you.
See you next week.
And Rob says, see you next week. You're welcome to come. I will say I'm going to do this every Sunday
Why don't you host a
here.
cookout?
We could host. Rocky said just bring donuts. I mean, I could just bring donuts.
I want ice cream.
You could bring ice cream. All right. And I'm going to commit to having this every Sunday at 10 a.m. Unless something changes, that's going to be the commitment. So if you ever want to come and visit live, you can come and hang out here at the Garden, which I think I'm just going to go with the name The Garden. All right, everybody. I will see you later. Bye.
Hey.
What?